Here I have a Tao Tao Db-17 125cc pit bike. I've had it for a couple weeks now, and I just wanted to go over a few things, maybe do a little review. Now just to go over a few things. It was shipped in a metal crate. The only bad thing about that really is that it wasn't strapped down as well as it could have been, which caused the back end to come out of its place, which resulted in a few scuffs here and there, but nothing that I'm too concerned about, but somebody might be. It is a little difficult if you're trying to put it together by yourself. If you're a strong guy, you probably could, but it's always better to have an extra set of hands. And for anyone who may be thinking about getting this bike, maybe wondering about it, but they don't really know too much about bikes or the assembly on certain things, this bike does not come with instructions. It does come with a standard manual, but it does not have any type of instructions. The bike comes in, of course, a metal crate, and you have to put front wheel, handlebars, back brake, and you have to tighten down the shock. A couple more things on assembly. You will have to put the front fender on, and when you're putting the handlebars on, you will have to take this front plate off just to fit all the wires behind there as well. Once you have everything put together, all your bolts and stuff tightened down, you want to change the oil. I just used a regular 10W40. As you can see, your shifter is here, and it's standard motorcycle pattern: 1 down, 3 up. Neutral's a half click between 1 and 2, and it's very, very touchy. Neutral's are very, very light, so that takes some getting. Here you have your choke. Right now I have it in the running position, then there is a half choke, and then full choke is all the way up. Fuel gauge, nothing special. On, up, having it, mine's off right now. Down, and then reserve is to the side. Ignition switch. There is no battery to this, so it is not electric start. It is fully kickstart, but you still have to have the key. Here, of course, kickstart, oil, foot peg, back brake, and this is also something that you have to assemble to put it on back here. Kill switch, on, off. And this is a full manual bike, so over here on the left side, have your clutch lever, front brake. Some things that are slightly problematic would be, can be a little rough sometimes. There is a hard spot right at the top, which can make it a little bit difficult to kick at times, but it's really not too bad. I can usually get it 2 or 3 kicks. Sometimes I can get it on the first, and I'm extremely light. I only weigh about 105, and if I can kick it, pretty much anybody can. Something that I personally hate on this bike is the gas cap. Now, it's just purely plastic, and it's kind of a piece of crap, really. easy to get off, hard to get on, and then it kind of shreds the threads up a little bit. So that's one thing that I'm really not happy with. But the only other thing that I've had a few problems with so far is this clutch lever. It is extremely tight. I have a bit of a small hand, so it's a little bit difficult. It usually kind of takes me 2 pulls to get it in, which results in some hesitation when I'm changing gears. Which, if you have a bigger, stronger hand, it's probably not going to be an issue for you. I've just been trying to loosen it up as much as possible, and I've adjusted it a little bit here to how I want it. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if it loosens up a little bit over time. But right now it's new, so everything's a little stiff anyway. The height of the bike is a little bit taller than I expected. I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and personally my feet do not touch all the way down. I have to stand on my tiptoes. But luckily, one of the things that I really like is the bike is super light. So it's really easy for me to hold and control. I really don't have any problems with it. I think if the bike was a little bit heavier, probably wouldn't be able to handle it. But it's really not a problem for me. The only thing is that I have to stand on the kickstand to start the bike, which is probably not the safest, but it's the only way that I can get full power into my kicks. Overall, I really like the bike. It's a pretty nice ride. It's a fun little thing to have. Obviously not the most expensive, but for the price, can't really beat it. I would say that I am happy with it. I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. I know I probably didn't go over everything, so if anybody has any questions, just comment below and I'll try to answer those the best that I can. But for right now, I'm going to do a little startup for you guys so you can at least hear what it sounds like.